World Spaceflight News Special Report.
If we could cue up the first video, which is from the launch of the Orion spacecraft and the Space Launch System rocket. We've got the big physics of launch on full demonstration here for you. This is the rocket lifting off from the point of view of the Space Launch System and then doing its roll off the pad, and you can see the plume heading down towards the pad and just the rocket lighting up the Space Coast, and it was quite a sight for those that got to be there and feel it. You got to feel it in your bones. It was a remarkable launch. The next video that we've got for you is of the Orion spacecraft looking back at itself while it's mated to the interim cryo propulsion stage. And there's a bit of an Easter egg in this video too. If you look in the top center, you can actually see the core stage after separation below it. And this is one of the solar array wingtip cameras looking back at the main body of the interim cryo propulsion stage, as well as the spacecraft adapter, and then the aft half where the avionics ring is, and the RL-10 engine is just off to the screen to the right. But to me, this was just a remarkable photo because we are some 975 plus miles in altitude here, and you see the core stage falling away back towards Earth, and this was just a remarkable video as well. And then the last one that we've got for you is of the solar array wings articulating for the perigee raise maneuver. And this is Orion looking at itself, and you can see the Earth below the spacecraft. We position the solar array wings to the load-bearing configuration for the perigee raise maneuver, and then we had the load-bearing event, and then we reconfigured them back and fully articulated them to the sun-pointing position. So these are just a few small highlights of what we've seen in the 3 short flight days, and it's been a remarkable mission to date, and we're proud to share all of this with you. So with that, I'll hand it back to you, Sandra.
The separation of Orion from the interim cryo propulsion stage. Once the ICPS finished its job and sent us on through the TLI, Orion fired its pyrotechnic frangible nuts and separated from the ICPS. You can see in this video as we slowly drift away from the ICPS and head off to the moon. On the next video, we'll see how the solar arrays have been articulating during the deployment event. There's 4 different solar arrays on board Orion. Each are about 4 meters long. And one of the things we've already learned from the mission is that we're collecting more power than we expected. Altogether, we have over 13 kilowatts of power that can power the equipment on board. The deployment went great, and as you saw earlier, we were able to put those into position for the TLI burn. Other systems have also been performing fantastically. We've had better than expected heat rejection.